My goodness. It's time to celebrate all March long. So we are just going to talk about March holidays. I mean, it's a lot going on. So, what are we doing? We're going to celebrate and acknowledge gleefully. As leaders, we have to be considerate and understand consistency wins the day. We want to obey the laws, the policies, and procedures, but consider ways that you can bring people together while creating. Sometimes you want to bring people together because you have some kind of affinity or affiliation with that particular holiday. And then you're also creating division at the same time when you celebrate or acknowledge national, state, or local holidays. So for leaders, for people in position of authority, for leaders, be consistent. Obey the laws, the policy, procedure, because people are watching you all the time on how you act or react. Now, if you are unbought and unbossed and you don't care and all this kind of stuff, then guess what? Do you? However, I want you to be very clear and be consistent, right? Be consistent in the way you celebrate the laws, the policies, and procedures. Be consistent. Make sure you have something in place so that all of the laws, all of the policy, all the holidays that are required some form of public display or demonstration, that you do them consistently, right? In the meantime, let's talk about what these holidays are coming up. I just want you to really just shut your big old mouth. If you don't get anything else from today's episode of the Better You Leadership Podcast, learn to shut your big old mouth and to be consistent, right? Be consistent is what I want to drill into you today. The Better You Leadership Podcast is an ongoing journey to becoming better leaders. Ultimately, when women put some of these tips, techniques, and tactics in place, then guess what? You're going to build your skills and your leadership capacity. This podcast teaches women the nuances of personal development, um, while just with the intent of earning more respect and more revenue. So each week, here I am, Angela M. Odom. I'm a proven leader, and I'm offering insights to help you on your journey. And I am rooting for you, wanting you to win as you become a more trusted leader. So let's get on with it. This episode of the Better You Leadership Podcast is sponsored by Odom General Store, where you'll find merch for leaders and items that inspire. And you go to www.odomgeneralstore.com, and that's ODOM. So, what is March known for? You say the first thing that pops out at you is Women's History Month. Women's History Month, yay! There are some other things that March is known for. It's the best month for basketball, right? It's also the best month for vasectomies. I couldn't get that out. Vasectomies. March was known for war, and it lives up for its title, right? If you go and do some research, and you look at other things that goes on in March. It just goes on and on. We're going to go into them in detail, but we know there's a lot of drinking going on in March, right? Cinco de Mayo. We know there is a lot of daylight savings time begins in March. Pi Day, PI, the whole uh, math folks are all excited about March 14th for that reason. Of course, March 17th, a lot of drinking again on St. Patrick's Day. And there's also March 21st is the day that Twitter was founded. The founder, Jack Dorsey, inaugurated a social media site with its profound first tweet was just setting up my Twitter. I think he spelled it TWTTR. So whatever it has evolved, obviously. But what is March known for? As we leaders as we are, looking at how to celebrate and what we're doing. And so some people know this as Asset Management Awareness Month, as well as Women's History Month, right? Endometriosis Awareness Month, Irish American Heritage Month. Like Black History Month was in February. Now here we're rolling into Irish American Heritage Month. Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month, National Athletic Training Month. There's like a list of them. We're going to go through all of them because as leaders, we want to be aware and consistent, and we want to make sure that, guess what? What are the holidays that require some form of demonstration, some form of display of, sometimes schools are closed. And so you want to make sure you know what's coming up. As leaders, as someone in a position of authority, someone with someone's looking dead in your eyes saying, okay, hey, you got me right. You got my holiday right. You're looking for my day, right? So National Brain Injury Awareness Month, National Breast Implant Awareness Month. I'm going to name them for you, right? National Caffeine Awareness Month. There's a lot. There's a lot of caffeine all over the place. So National Celery Month. What in the world are we doing with the celery, huh? National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, National Cheerleading Safety Month, and National Craft Month. There's also Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. There's Credit Education Month. Also National Flour Month, Frozen Food Month, Kidney Noodle Month, Nutrition Peanut Month, Sauce as an SAUCE month. And then is it trisomy awareness month? I'm going to look that up for you real quick, tell you exactly what that is. This is about awareness through National Trisomy Month. It supports this condition. Most people have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Some have a condition that causes extra, partial, or full chromosomes on their cells. So what happens is more health problems. So they bring in awareness. And some of these children you might see with Down syndrome or Edwards syndrome or Patel syndrome. So there's that. I wanted to make sure I looked into that since I've never heard of it, right? And that's what we're doing as leaders, becoming more aware, and we are being consistent and learn to shut your big old mouth about one holiday or the next, whether you have affinity to it or not. Be consistent. Again, I'm going to keep repeating that to you. Shut your big old mouth, right? And so National Women's History Month, we're going to go through that, and then National Social Work Month. The social workers are up in arms because they're saying this because you have a sociology degree or psychology degree. If you're not certified to be a social worker, then you're not. So that's pretty neat. So just make sure that you, as the person in a position of authority, understand that there are different holidays, there are different acknowledgments, and also different legal requirements, as far as schools shutting down, or what kind of programs you might have to put in place. So just be very aware of those activities, those months, right? And so then you look at, okay, we're going to go day by day for March celebrations. Why? Because I want to. Why? Because you might learn something today and be able to have a topic of conversation with your employees, with your peers, with your team, with your boss, right? And just be more well-rounded. So March 1st, which is today, is Vermont Town Meeting Day. It's also Mardi Gras, St. David's, and there are a few other holidays in here for specific groups. Mahashivaratri, Isra, and Mitzra. I apologize if I'm mispelling it, mispronouncing it. It is obvious that I need to learn more. And then, of course, I've mentioned before, Women's History Month, right? In 1980, President Carter actually deemed this month as a month. It started out as a day, a week, and then a month. And the bottom line is we want to acknowledge the trailblazing women, that came before all of us, right? And we want to acknowledge those women. Oh, by the way, not so much that, the people that lived 2 and 3 centuries before us, but we acknowledge people like right now today, Women's History Month. And then also today is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. It's also Self-Injury Awareness Day, Zero Discrimination Day, World Music Therapy Day, and Shrub Tuesday. Shrub Tuesday. How about that? So those are all the things just for the first day of the month. And we're going to go through the others. So tomorrow would be Ash Wednesday, as in the second day of the month. As also tomorrow, the second day of the month, will be Texas Independence Day. I'm just here to say, and I'm very judgmental. Texas is, oh my God. I mean, the political leaders there are, what's the word I'm looking for? Crazy. That's my own words, right? That drives you away. Deuces. I think there's a lot going on in Texas. My goodness gracious. Anyway, so also tomorrow, the second day of March is Read Across America Day. I actually read to a group of 4-year-olds yesterday on February 28th. And you have to be on your toes when you're reading to 4-year-olds. And you also have to be animated and, not long-winded. And you must go through and be consistent with them also. But anyway, just as an aside, I read to some 4-year-olds yesterday. That was amazing. I think it was about maybe 26 of them. They were all sitting on the floor. And then I started talking to them. They were like, hey, talk to me again. There was a lot. There was a lot of interaction. Whether I wanted it or not, those little people would not be sitting still, which I loved. I love that energy. And we can learn a lot from 4-year-olds. We can. Just in the way of communicating. And when they're done with something, they're done. That's really a good lesson to learn for us as leaders also. Communicate so that people actually listen to you. And then when you're done with something, then, hey, make it so. So anyway, so that's the 2nd of March, Read Across America Day. Also, World Teen Mental Wellness Day. Missouri Compromise, National Anthem Day. That's and then World Hearing Day. And then March 4th. And why are we talking about holidays in March? There's so many months. Why don't we talk about all of them? Because I want to bring awareness for you as the person who is growing your leadership skills and your leadership capacity. I want you to understand that there are so many other people who have concerns beyond yours, who have affinity to things beyond what you have affinity to, and to be more aware of them. So listen up. And remember, again, my favorite saying is what? Shut your big old mouth and listen more, listen more, listen more. You want to communicate effectively so that people actually hear you. And these are some items that you might want to, get your notes out, take your notes or in your phone, take some notes, digital device, laptop, whatever it might be, so that as you are communicating with your peers, as you are communicating with your team, and you're learning more about them, then guess what? You could throw some of this in or have a conversation based on these topics. So I am here to help you. I'm gifting this to you, right? I'm gifting this to you. Again, March 3rd, that's where we are. I think I mentioned Missouri Compromise, a National Anthem Day, World Hearing Day, and then the 4th, listen up, all you bosses out there, wannabe bosses. March 4th is Employee Appreciation Day. And so again, be consistent, right? Be consistent. Don't start anything you can't continue. But Employee Appreciation Day is March 4th. You can thank me for that, right? Thank me for that. High five me, bam, for that. Then you're looking at, looking at, we're on March 4th, right? Employee Appreciation Day. don't go over the top with that, right? I'm telling you right now, do some high fives. If you have some other things you want to do it for everybody, right? March 4th is also National Grammar Day. Grammar Day. I had a bone to pick with National Grammar Day. It's like, okay, what? Because I got a big problem with people want to label things as right and wrong based on what standard. I do, I really do. And so um, all these different languages that we have inside of our amazing United States, right? Um, it's okay to say talk this way, but don't discount the other people's way of talking, right? And some people got a code switch and all that kind of foolishness. So anyway, there we go. I won't get on my soapbox. And then March 4th also is World Obesity Day. What just fat? I mean, my goodness gracious, World Obesity Day. So just yeah, maybe this is the day that we put down them big old bags of chicken or something, chicken wings. I don't know. World Obesity Day. Just be aware of that. I know I joke, but okay, don't get your feelings hurt. National Hug a GI Day is also on March 4th. And there's nothing on March 5th. I'm looking at my big list, right? Nothing on March 5th. And then there's March 6th is Dred Scott case. That was the case that went all the way from to the Supreme Court, where an enslaved, two enslaved, Dred and Scott, continued to sue and say, hey, you took me to a free, they were slaves, and their enslaver, their master, actually took them across state lines to a free state, then back to a slave state, free state, and they sued. They continued to sue, and it was finally saying, "Hey, guess what? You're black. You don't have any rights." That was the Dred Scott case, which led, listen to me, which led to the Civil War, right? Which led to the Civil War. So become more aware of what's going on around you. Do your own research. But Dred Scott is huge, right? It's huge. And then National Day of Unplugging. Unplugging, as in all these devices on this internet, right? National Dentist Day. Get your teeth checked out. Go floss or something, right? On National Dentist Day. Also, National Dress Day, National Oreo Cookie Day. That's all on March 6th. And then on the 7th day, there's a lot of things going over here. This right here, March 7th, is Pulaski Day. Pulaski, as in Casimir Pulaski. This is in Chicago, in Illinois, with so many. I think it was people coming from Poland, that area, right? Same area we're talking about in today's news with Ukraine. Poland is next to Ukraine. We look at geography, where they were coming into lots every day. There was coming. So many immigrants were coming into that area, and basically they created this day to bring awareness of this particular person who was doing who it was a positive influence, and this was a way to cool the temperatures on the immigrants. The bottom line is Angie Odom's translation of that, right? And so just do your research, right? So National Be Heard Day. Be Heard Day, okay, and then World Plant Power Day, National Proofreading Day. The grammar people and the proofreading people are in the same month, huh? That's interesting. And then, of course, March 8th is International Women's Day. So the March month is the month of, for women history, and then March 8th is International Women's Day. And I think, yeah, so that's what it is. International Day, right? International Women's Day. And then the next day, March 9th, is Meatball Day, National Meatball Day. Everybody gets a day. Then March 9th again is National Get Over It Day. Get Over It Day. Then we go to the 10th, National Hug Your Dog Day. I have 2 Chihuahuas. I'll be sure to hug them every day. March 10th is National Pack Your Lunch Day. Pack Your Lunch Day. March 10th is also World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day. My favorite person in history is Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is my favorite for so many reasons. Look at her leadership skills, look at just her perseverance in her life, and the fact that she actually served, led in the Civil War. I just love Harriet Tubman. So many good things about her. That's March 10th. And then March 10th again is National Popcorn Lovers Day and National Promposal Day. Promposal, not proposal. I think they may have misspelled that, but Proposal Day, and I think that was created because of someone who was taking their time to propose. Right, they gave them a day for that, and that's the 11th. Then on the 12th, National Girl Scouts Day. Right, National Girl Scout Day, and that's the 12th. National Plant a Flower Day. Plant a Flower Day. And then we go to the next day, 13th. Daylight Savings Time starts. It's also National Canine Veterans Day, National Good Samaritan Day. That's on the 13th. And so, again, why am I telling you this? Why am I going down this list? It is because you, leader, you, powerful person, when you react like, oh my God, it's national whatever day or month, then the people who are not don't have any affinity towards that particular day, that particular month, they're over there saying, well, my month's coming up, my day's coming up. Like, what are you gonna do about that day? So I want you to be consistent. I want you to learn how to shut your big old mouth, right? Be consistent and be fair across the board. Make sure you obey all laws, right? Policies, procedures, and be consistent. But you are going to be able to engage with your teammates because of this episode throughout March. So March 14th is Pi Day, and the mathematicians are all excited about that because you write pi, you write that 314, right? It's the first three digits of pi. So if you love math, then you could actually relate to Pi Day. And then 14th is also National Napping Day, International Day of Mathematics, National Potato Chip Day, and then the 15th is World Social Work Day. I have a niece who is a social worker, and actually, I have actually two nieces who are social workers, and I tell you what, that is a very necessary job, profession, and really do appreciate what they do. Uh, no, March 15th, World Social Work Day, also World Consumer Rights Day. Consumer Rights Day. And this is the 16th is Purim, Purim. And then the 16th also National Corn Dog Day. I may have me a couple of corn dogs on the 16th. And then I already mentioned St. Patrick's Day on the 17th, Evacuation Day on the 17th. The 18th is Awkward Moments Day. And then National Biodiesel Day. What basically talking about the diesel, the motor, as in vehicle, automobiles, diesel day. And the 18th is also World Sleep Day. This talks about it's an opportunity to become more aware of things that prevent you from getting good solid sleep. Things that might interrupt your sleep, and then the health hazards associated with that. And then Holi, the 19th, St. Joseph's Day. Joseph, as in Mary's husband, Jesus' stepfather, right? That's St. Joseph Day, the 19th of March. Also, National Let's Laugh Day is on March 19th. International Read to Me Day. So we're already reading all through March, right? And on the 20th is Spring Equinox. It's the start of spring. And International Day of Happiness. So so you don't necessarily mean laughing, you mean happy, right? Okay, so the other day was National Promposal. This is Proposal Day is March 20th. And then March 20th also National Kick Butts Day, Butts, as in cigarettes, right? Cigar. Well, I don't guess, yeah, I don't know if cigars have butts, but you know what I mean. National Butts Day, Butts, March 20th. World Oral Health Day is March 20th. That makes sense, right? The cigarettes and then the oral health, because that's what's going to happen with the people with the cigarettes, some kind of oral hygiene, oral diseases, all that kind of stuff. Also, March 20th is French Language Day. The next day is World Poetry Day. Poetry, as in, um, you know, poetry, language, poems, right? And then also March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, International Day of Forest, as in big trees, right? A lot of trees. National Common Courtesy Day. We need a whole year for that. And then National Fragrance Day, National French Bread Day, World Puppetry Day, like puppets, right? And March 21st, the last day, will be International Day for Elimination of Racial Discrimination Day. 22nd of March is World Water Day, and National Goof Off Day, and then March 23rd is National Puppy Day. I have two of those, so I'm kind of excited about that. World Meteorological Day. I love it. You know, we have all these different weather incidents happening, and then you get somebody coming on and tell you about the wind and the rain, and make sure you don't drive through water, all that kind of stuff. I love that. And then National Near Miss Day, that's March 23rd. National what is this? Okay, March 23rd, also National Tamale Day, as in hot tamales. I love that. And March 24th is National Cheesesteak Day. Ooh, I love me some cheesesteak. March 24th also is World Tuberculosis Day. Oh my. And March 25th, we're almost there, because I need you to get this, that there is so many holidays, days of awareness, all throughout the year. But we're just going to focus on March for now, because this is March 1st. March 25th is Maryland Day, National Medal of Honor Day, International Waffle Day, and then the 26th is Earth Hour. That whole point of that's about climate change and making sure you save the planet, that kind of thing. March 26th is also National Spinach Day. I love me some spinach, right? And also it's Purple Day, March 26th. Prince Kuhui, I think I misspelled that name, and I apologize. And then National Joe Day is June 27th. It's also my niece's birthday. World Theater Day, Respect Your Cat Day on March 28th. March 29th is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. National Smoke and Mirrors Day, that's March 29th. National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. And the 30th is National Doctors Day. I also have a close friend, her birthday is that day. National I Am in Control Day. Cesar Chavez Day, which is a big deal. And then March 31st, that last day of the month is opening day. Baseball, baby, baseball, right? And then World Backup Day. The whole backup, if you've ever had some kind of crash on your computer, then this is a day to encourage you to back up all of your digital items. And then National Crayon Day. And so you say, well, wow, you went through all of that. Why in the world would you do that? I'm telling you that you as a leader should be aware of the things that are your teammates, your bosses, your employees, your staff, your family has some sort of affinity to. And what I've done is allowed you to take some notes and go back and watch it again, listen to it again, take some notes so that you can have some conversation starters. And also want you to be consistent in a manner in which you celebrate, loudly for whichever one of these days throughout the year, not just in March, that you yourself have affinity to, because their eyes are on you all the time, right? All the time. So you want to make sure that you are consistent, and shut your big old mouth. That's what I'm telling you. Shut your big old mouth. So Women's History Month, right? That's what we are. Women's History Month. It's really an opportunity to reflect and recognize the strength and many accomplishments of brilliant women throughout history. We got to, just be very clear about this. It's long overdue, right? So just want to make sure that we celebrate and acknowledge. The theme for Women's History Month is an inspiring tribute. It is women providing healing, promoting hope, right? Providing healing, promoting hope. That's the theme for Women's History Month of 2022. So I think I mentioned before on previous episodes that leadership, when you looked at leadership, it was, people, right? Mostly men, usually white men with formal authority, title, power, and wealth. That's what it used to be. That's what, in so many areas, it still is. But as far as the awareness that it does not have to be someone, right, and with some kind of formal authority or title or power to be a leader, which is akin to influencing others. So when we're influencing others, you can be a 4-year-old who influenced me on yesterday, a leader, leadership, right? But leadership is like right now, it's people, old, young, experienced, inexperienced, people with little money, lots of money, and people that are wealthy from all various different, background. And so I am here to help you. So I want you to communicate the need for people to develop in these 3 areas. Agency would be the first area, then mindset, and then skill set. So that's why I'm gifting you these different holidays in the month of March. Agency is realizing that you can influence your destiny and you can have confidence to act on it. And so you can have confidence, be consistent again, right? As you are recognizing and acknowledging these various holidays, be consistent, right? And then mindset. Really, you're seeing life as an adventure and you are open to learning and growing. Have that mindset of learning and growing. Besides, if you were still doing the things or thinking of things that you were a year ago this time or 10 years ago or even 20 years ago, come on, man. Come on, woman, right? Just want to be open and grow with those things. Not necessarily needing to change what you believe or your values, but just be open to learning and growing. Then, of course, the skill set. We need different skill sets in this day and age, right? So, your skills that were needed to lead teams and yourself even before the pandemic, or we might need some different skills now. And so, 3 things want to communicate for you to develop. Again, agency, mindset, and skill set. And so this is part of leading yourself, being more open, not necessarily changing your values and your belief system, but being open to this thing, right? So I am so excited to talk to you about the March holidays. Bam! March holidays. That is so cool. So make sure that you take some notes, right? Listen to this thing again, and you're like, you know what? That Janine over there. Let me see which one of these relates to her that she might have some affinity with. And so when you're having a conversation one-on-one, you can bring some of those things in. Right? That whole Tamales day. It could do that. But anyway, I'm just joking around. But just this is really serious. Communication, being consistent is serious. If you want to grow as a leader, build trust, have be able to think. What is it? One of the days is Be Heard Day, and so that I believe is what people really want. They want to be heard, even if their stuff is crazy, or just you're like, whoa, that's not going to work here. No. Still, just let them have the opportunity to be heard, right? And so there you go. That's what we want to talk about today on the Better You Leadership podcast. And as always, I want you to guard your habits, guard your routines, guard your mindset, and mostly guard your time, right? We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, uh, but it's actually habit, right? Excellence is about the habits. And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to be consistent. That's a habit right there. Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. So if you're ready to become a more trusted and effective leader, schedule a virtual fit session with me. Just go to angelaodom.com, and that's ODOM / leadership capacity. And we'll talk through your goals, what it is you want to be able to do, how you want to see your goals, your talent, all those things. What do you want to see manifesting in your life? Then I can help you with that, right? So just go and set up a Zoom session with me, and we will go from there. Oh, by the way, I am confident I would be able to help you if we're a good fit. So the Better You Leadership Podcast, hosted by me, a proven leader, teaches women the nuances of personal development so that you could earn more respect and revenue. That's what we're focusing on, right? So what I'm asking you to do is go wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure, if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Google or Amazon Music, wherever it is you're listening to podcasts, then make sure you go and, like this episode, right? Make sure you like the whole thing, subscribe so that you can get notifications of when I do another one. It's every week. It's every week that you get notifications. And also, make sure you give me a rating of 5. A rating of 5. I don't want to see no 4, 3, 2, 1s, no kind of foolishness, right? Go give me a rating of 5 so that more people are able to listen and be blessed by these episodes. They're free, right? That's really good. And so make sure you do that. And then if you're going to write something, then make sure you write something positive, right? Oh, by the way, I want you to make it a great day. If you can't make it great, make it wonderful. All right, you all take care. Take care and make it a great day.